Some people just want to watch world fun.
Jeff nails another draft day.
Nailed
Makes
it.
top 5 has 98.
I got one more.
Jason just loves some Kevin James.
Fucking Kevin James.
It's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas. It's the history of bad.
Oh, yeah.
It's the history of bad. That's right. It's the history of bad ideas. Podcast.
Please note that any comments, jokes, questions, maybe anything that we say on the history of bad ideas is all in good fun. And remember, we insult everybody. Our thoughts, opinions, questions, anything else, actions that we do on the show do not reflect any of our employers, organizations, advertisers, or anyone else that is associated with the history of bad ideas. And remember, at the end of the day, it's just a joke. Welcome to the History of Bad Ideas, episode number 411. I'm Jason.
I'm Jeff.
I'm Jim.
And I'm the intern. Hey! Blake is still suspended. He should be back next week. That's the theory. But he made some bad calls at the Expo. He got too close to a couple celebrities, so we had to suspend him for a couple weeks. But he'll be back next week. Hello, everybody. How are you guys all doing?
Dr. Nick.
Jim?
Doing pretty good.
Okay, how's your M&M popcorn over there?
It's the only thing left over from the snacks from last week.
I know. Well, you got Pez. You know, at the Expo, Jeff, we failed. We forgot to... Could you be any louder
I can.
on that? No.
Well, someone combined the regular Pez and the sour Pez.
I did.
So I have to reach deep in to get the sour
Well, if you guys would come over and clean the studio once in a while... That's all I got.
You don't let us in your house unless it's a Tuesday night.
No. I do sometimes if we're playing games. Maybe. Brian comes over a lot for Dungeons and Dragons.
I do. Yeah, all the time.
But you play in the garage, don't you?
Yeah.
And the attic. The attic.
And
Do you have an attic?
Yeah, it's unfinished.
We're in the bunker a lot too.
Yeah. We still have a lot of those vegan chips that we have to go through.
Yeah, I had to give up on those.
Actually, I gotta give you some for take home.
I mean, you don't have to.
Oh no, I do. My bunker, half the storage is filled with those chips. It's like, damn it. Should have given those out at the Expo. We could have fought Takis. We could have done the rival. Here's your vegan chips, or you could take Takis.
Well, the goal I thought was for people to like us coming out of the Expo.
Good call.
And I feel like that would have done the opposite.
So thanks everybody for listening. New people too. Appreciate it. I really don't have much. What you got, Jeff? You got anything going on?
What do I have going on?
Did you watch anything? Good podcasting right here.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, Brian, you got anything? Brian's always watching something.
Yeah, so we caught up on Heels. Mm-hmm. Highly recommend it. It's gotten so much better than the first few episodes.
Season finale this weekend?
It is coming up, yeah. First 3 episodes are available for free on the Stars app.
Okay.
Definitely worth checking out.
What, Stephen Amell? Abs. Abs.
I did also watch the Mini Saints of Newark.
How was that?
I'm still not sure why they did it.
Okay.
Like, I know it's supposed to be like a prequel and
Gandolfini, yeah.
Yeah, and
Does the guy that got to play Tony Soprano look anything like Tony Soprano?
No.
I mean, there's a small resemblance.
You know,
But I got the references and the stuff that they were talking about, but it just wasn't really good.
So I've never seen Sopranos, not even one episode. Would I be okay watching this?
No.
Okay.
No.
Seriously?
Probably. I mean, you wouldn't know any of the characters or because it's basically a prequel of all of the characters that are in The Sopranos. It's all about them growing up or when they were younger, and like kind of how they turned into
what they did. I do want to get into The Sopranos, just never have.
The show is awesome. and maybe it's just because it's been so long since I've seen it, the actual show. But I don't know. I watched it and I was just like, I mean, unless they're making like multiple of them, and maybe
the creator, David Hyde Pierce or whatever, he said that he is open to doing more Sopranos
That is
TV
not
series.
right.
No, he did say that.
David Hyde Pierce, I doubt it.
No, probably not David Hyde Pierce. What's the guy's name? David Cronin? I don't know.
I don't know who. I just know who David Hyde Pierce is, and he's not.
It's not him.
Created.
Oh, that guy. The creator of Sopranos said he's open to more seasons of The Sopranos.
is it David Simon?
Yeah, that's it. So that was close.
No, you weren't.
My issue is though, like Gandolfini's dead. Like, how do you do another? Like, unless you do like you go off the many saints in Newark, right?
Yeah, so I mean, they could. There's so many different storylines that, like, from the show, that they could branch off and like tell more of a story.
Could you do? And I've again never seen it. I know how it ends because everybody's pissed off about how it ended. Oh my God! It just went to black. Who
David
cares?
Chase, not Simon or Hyde Pierce.
Do you think that didn't he have a son in it? Could he take over?
He could, but his son was a douchebag.
Really?
Yeah, and he's got a son and a daughter.
Could she take over?
No, probably not.
Jeff, did you watch the series?
No, I saw some episodes here and there, and
Okay.
other people watched it, but never got into it.
Jim?
The cast was good in the movie. I just didn't understand like why.
Yeah.
But again,
Okay.
I don't know.
Jim, did you watch anything?
Let's see. I got caught up on a million little things.
Oh, we're one episode behind.
I won't ruin it then.
Did you move to France?
Yes.
Oh, thank God. Get her off my TV.
They all did.
Oh, thank God. All of them? All the friends did too?
Yeah, so it's taking place in France now.
Oh, okay. Please tell me you're kidding. Because there's a part of me that goes, I could see that probably happening. They took off work for a dog.
I got caught up on The Rookie.
We haven't watched this season yet. Is it good? You guys can talk about it. Go ahead if you want to.
No, it's
No,
very good.
It's very good. We don't want to
Okay.
ruin anything.
But yeah, I still have to watch Sunday's episode.
I hear they kill them all off.
They all moved to France. Is Nathan Fillion still dreamy?
It's an amazing
Crossover?
crossover with A Million Little Things.
That I would be in favor of police brutality if that happened with those guys. Go ahead. You see that those people over there? Go ahead, beat them all up. Beat them up. You see that Theo kid? Get some more extra wax into that kid. Jesus.
Well, Theo's got a bigger part this week than he did the previous one, Jay. I think you'll enjoy that episode.
The title of it's all about Theo.
Well, it's all about me turning that TV off then. Fucking kid.
And then I watched about 2 full seasons of Seinfeld on Netflix.
Hey, me too.
This morning I watched the Chinese restaurant.
That's my favorite episode of the entire series.
Have you seen the whole series, Jeff? I didn't know if you were a huge fan or not.
Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan, but, I mean, you couldn't get away from Seinfeld.
Yeah.
But again, watching it again, rewatching it, the characters are very, very unlikable.
Yeah. I think you catch on to that more the more you watch it.
Yeah.
Like when you go back, you're like, these guys are assholes. Kind of like us.
It was like in the Chinese restaurant scene when George gets pissed off at the guy talking on the telephone when the guy was there and he's interrupting the guy constantly.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh, come on, man.
I watched one episode where Jerry's girlfriend wouldn't eat the apple pie.
Yeah.
And Elaine's like, or George, I forget which one, said, would you break up over her for that? And he's like, I don't think I ever have yet. Yeah, I probably would. I don't think I've ever broken up with somebody because they wouldn't eat something. I probably would, though.
He breaks up with people for a lot less.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. I watched the one where the clown puts out the fire. George is pushing the kids
Pushing
down.
the kids.
And the grandma down because there's a
Running out 'cause of
stove
the
fire. He put it out with his big shoe. Have you liked it more?
Oh, I enjoy it.
Okay.
Knowing that the characters are shitheads,
Yes.
it doesn't change the fact that it's still amusing and
Some great one-liners.
yeah.
And even when Elaine joins the Bizarro gang of Jerry and that, they're good people, and she just doesn't fit in even then. Yep. You could just tell. Sorry, we already have a George. Anything else you watch? You were just so spent from A Million Little Things, weren't you?
I was.
Why do you continue to watch it? It's a question I ask myself every week.
I don't know.
Is it just for us to make fun of?
Pretty much.
Okay, I'm the same way.
It is fun making fun of it, but I actually do enjoy the show.
Really?
I do. I don't hate watch it. I watch it. I enjoy it. I like what it is.
I like Gary until he became Dexter.
well, Gary isn't so much Dexter. Gary's just a good friend.
He is. Funny thing, though, is how quick did the detectives figure out it could be Gary? Like, what the fuck is that?
He kicked the garbage can at the police station.
Yeah?
So he was angry.
Still!
Then that night, the guy gets beat up.
Yeah. But he had an airtight alibi from his dad.
So there's nothing to worry about there.
Yeah, that's right.
Thank you, Paul Rodriguez.
Maybe Gary will run off to France to protect himself from investigation.
Well, again, he's not going to get the assault charge, really.
Oh, it's going to be a murder charge now. Does the guy die? Is he dead? Is he dead?
You'll have to wait and see that.
Okay. I like how...
but Gary didn't do it.
That's true. I like how his girlfriend in it, ex-girlfriend, sorry, went from podcasting legend, like, within 3 weeks to a radio show.
Well, she had the radio show before.
She did. But it was because of podcasting, though, too. She did help on that. Jeff, are you going into the radio soon from that?
You didn't know I already had a show?
I did. I know Blake and the Dit Man do.
Well, see, I kind of rode their coattails.
Oh, okay.
I get the fill in for Blake and the Dit Man when one of them goes on vacation, or I get to do the wrap up show afterwards.
Kind of like Doug rides our coattails to meet Jodie Benson.
Exactly.
Okay. You know, she said Jason twice. I watched the Squid Game on Netflix.
I've watched a couple of the episodes.
I'm 5 episodes in.
Okay.
Are you more than 2 episodes in?
I've watched the first 2.
Second episode, I enjoyed why they did it, but it was kind of a slow one. Mm-hmm. Once they get back into the game, it's awesome.
I enjoyed it.
Do I know what this is?
So the Squid Game is a Korean show, TV series, 9 episodes, and it's now like #1 show on Netflix. And basically, so first let me give you a quick history. Battle Royale was a Japanese movie about teenager or 5th graders or 6th graders that go into like a Hunger Games thing. Yeah. They get killed, and then one person has to survive it. I think it's one class, isn't it, or something like that?
I know the basics of Battle Royale, but not this specific.
I've watched it, but it was like 20 years ago. So then from that, Hunger Games happened. Hunger Games is more political, though. It became more political at the end, right? Like, it was about overthrowing government and all that stuff. Battle Royale was basically just killing kids. So then Hunger Games happened. Well, this is like an adult version of Hunger Games is kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah, it's a bunch of people who are like in debt, and they can work their way out, so they join up to go in this games, and...
On an island, isolated island.
And then they start realizing this really wasn't what we signed up for.
Yeah, the games are childhood games. They've shown it everywhere, so I'll spoil the first game that they play is red light, green light. Mm-hmm. You run when it says green light, and then you stop. Well, there's this giant, creepy mechanical doll.
Kind of doll, and when it turns and sees you, if you're moving, then the guns start firing.
You're eliminated, like they said. And you got to get past this line within 10 minutes. And people are like, oh my God, it's so brutal. It's really not that brutal. If you watch any horror movies, it's really not more than people getting shot in it. But it's really well done. There's like a deeper plot and storyline into it that it's just starting to show up.
I recommend subtitles rather than dub.
See, I did dubbed because I have it on. I'm watching it at night, and then I also have like an episode on while I'm working, so I have it in the background so I can hear it. The dubbing isn't great. There's some characters that are really, really bad.
Yeah, I've noticed a lot of that with Netflix on their dubbed shows. The dubbing itself is pretty poor.
Yes.
On Money Heist is another one that's dubbed,
It's dubbed.
and it's rough.
Where's Money Heist made?
Spain.
Spain?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I saw the first couple episodes of that one.
Okay.
I watched the first 2 seasons.
Yeah, I think I was almost through the second season, and then much like Arrow, I just said, nah.
The lead character in Squid Game kind of annoys me with his facial expressions. His expressions are awful. Overall, though, it's really well done. It's enjoyable. I really can't, we had a fancy hockey draft last night. I came home and watched another episode and a half just because I'm like, I want to know what happens. The creator made it with just one season in mind, but he did say that he would be open to more seasons if he can find a good idea and he's got some ideas, but he said, I need to make sure it's good.
I think once he sees that Netflix check, he'll be like,
Yes.
yeah, I can come up with something.
Hey, let's play another game. It's pretty. It's very Asian type filmmaking in terms of taking a childhood game and twisting it. They do a really good job with some of their horror movies like that, and that's what they kind of did with this one. The tug of war is really bad, is brutal, but yeah, overall, I mean, it's really well done. The whole time they're talking about how much money can be won. And how much money these people are in debt. I keep Googling, how much is that compared to U.S. dollars?
How much won is that in U.S. dollars?
Yeah, I think originally they start off in the first episode when they show the money. I think that's $40 million, I think, is up there. But yeah, it's enjoyable. I think that's the only thing that I've watched this week. I don't think I've watched anything else.
I watched the first half of News of the World with Tom Hanks. Mm-hmm. It was good. I just actually had to leave, and I didn't have time to stay.
Is that the Western?
Yeah, it's set in Texas, or yeah.
Okay.
During the 1860s, post Civil War.
Right when the Pony Express and Doug was just starting out.
I thought I saw Doug in there.
Yeah, Pony Express was actually quicker than most USPS right now. USPS.
Well, currently, since they're cutting back services.
Yes.
But actually, not cutting back all services. They are going to test cashing checks.
Yeah, I saw that. So, give them something else to do, right?
Yes.
That brings us to our...
well, I had one more point.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
What did everybody do yesterday afternoon when you couldn't get on Facebook, or you couldn't get on WhatsApp, or you couldn't get on Instagram?
I went to MySpace.
Okay.
So, Bill, or whatever that guy's name is, Tom still likes me. We were jamming. Justin Timberlake's on it because he owns it. He was trying to get it back up and running.
Does he still own it?
Does he?
I think so.
I'm going with Brian. There you go. Best intern in the business. I don't know why not. It was kind of nice. Kind of odd. I thought I broke the internet. I even posted a new poll just for Brian. I went to put it on our message board, and it wasn't sending it right away. So,
I didn't even notice because, I don't know, I was working.
How dare you? How dare you?
So did anybody see, was this a hacking attack on them, or was it something?
They said there was nothing malicious about it, which makes it mean they're incompetent.
Since they had the whistleblower come out on 60 Minutes the night before.
Yeah.
Totally unrelated, Jim. Totally unrelated.
Well, it was one of those things they said, or I saw a guy say, okay, this is simple language on what happened. So something goes out and they accidentally release something that erased a whole bunch of stuff.
They erased a bunch of code.
Yeah. And then, but since they did that, all of their systems run on their, their code. So it's like, so you can't send the, don't do that message to the computer because, what they need is wiped off.
Oh yeah, as soon as it got released, they couldn't communicate in our office.
They couldn't get in the building.
They couldn't get in the building.
Key cards and everything.
Everything, and then Well, everything that they have is run on their software, and their software was what was affected.
Jim, can't get in. Got to go home. See ya. I'm stuck outside. My bad.
So I found, like, in layman's terms, exactly what happened. It's a little long, but so basically, they sent out an update to their servers, and for whatever reason, the update that they did, it didn't go through, and it takes a while to hit hit all the corners of everything that they do. But they run, and Facebook runs everything through Facebook. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So when its servers were booted off the internet, it also just booted up Facebook. It completely turned off Facebook. The availability to send that message saying, like, oh no, don't do that, was gone. Log into the system to send the follow-up message they couldn't do. Ability to send the smart card door lock on the front door to the building that contains those servers and control the system that sends that message. And the messaging service that they use to contact the head of physical security to tell them they need to hightail it to the data center with a physical key to override the smart card door lock on the front door. So Facebook says, we'll run everything our company does through our own products and platforms. That way we'll have the tightest corporate culture imaginable. Facebook accidentally deletes its products and platforms from the entire internet. Oh, no.
So they turned into the 1980s.
Yeah.
Still better tech service than Duke Energy Convention Center. Moving on.
Whoa. Whoa.
So what happened? What happened?
I don't know. I wasn't there for any of that.
What happened there? Was that Blake? Man, Blake.
That's why he's not here.
Yep. So moving on to good technology, the Twitter poll of the week. Twitter was still up.
Twitter and TikTok.
Yep. TikTok. We had what is the best trilogy of original films? Basically meaning the original trilogies of these series. So we had Star Wars, Indiana Jones. Let's see here. Lord of the Rings and Pirates of the Caribbean. We had in last place Pirates of the Caribbean. Thank God.
I think the first two were great. I think the third one really kind of let it down.
See, I didn't like the second one. Everybody kept flip flopping. It was like the Big Show was in Pirates of the Caribbean. Good guy, bad guy. Good guy, bad guy. I don't care.
The biggest problem I had with the second one was it didn't tell a complete story in and of itself. Where it was like the second one ended on a cliffhanger that didn't finish a complete thought. So it was like it's half a movie.
I could see that.
I don't like my movies being half a movie.
Gotcha. Do you like open-ended endings?
Oh, I love open-ended endings.
Okay. And winning 59% to the other two, they got 15%. Star Wars beat out Indiana Jones and Lord of the Rings. It was not close. I actually thought it would be a lot closer than that.
I think everyone got it wrong.
Which one do you think is the best trilogy of them all?
Of those, Lord of the Rings. Without a doubt.
Lord of the Rings.
Gotcha.
Pirates of the Caribbean, because it's the only one I've seen.
Let's see here. Hold on. And we also had another poll of the week. Let's see if I can find that for you. This was just because of intern Brian. He actually posted this one. So I appreciate that, Brian.
Yeah, just trying to push out the content.
Per Brian, what Sylvester Stallone film franchise is the worst? Rocky, Rambo, The Expendables, and Rhinestone. Rhinestone felt like it was at least two movies. Like a rhinestone cowboy.
You're insulting Dolly Parton again?
Yes.
She's a national treasure.
The best of those four, which is kind of like picking the, never mind.
Don't say it.
Never mind. Is Rambo at 6%. 6%. In third place, Rocky at 24%.
Wow. I didn't vote Rocky. I'm surprised.
And tied for first is Expendables and Rhinestone at 35% each. They both thought, everybody thought that those two were the worst of the bunch. I thought he had a lot more franchises. He did not.
No, I mean, Rocky has
8.
Yeah, and then Rambo is at 5.
Yeah.
Expendables is at 3.
And they're filming the 4th right now.
I really thought he was in a lot more franchises.
No,
Yeah.
there's been a lot of other action.
Well,
movies
Escape Plan. That's another franchise.
But is he in that, though?
Yeah.
In all of them?
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay. That sounds awful.
Yeah, those aren't good. But the first Escape Plan was the first movie where him and Arnold
Teamed up.
were able to act together in the same movie.
my favorite one would be Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, good one. That's a good one. I would.
The Suicide Squad.
Num num. Num num.
Nuano Nom Nom.
Nom nom. You said act? Sylvester Stallone, Schwarzenegger act? I don't think you know what that word
Stop
means.
it.
Just saying. Oh, boo-bawk. Let's do some listener feedback. Jim, why don't you read those? Here you go. You want that? There you go.
I have it.
Right. Oh, you got it. Okay.
We got the bomb listener feedback.
I got you.
Brought to you by the Tech Savants at Facebook. First one we have from Doug.
Number 1 fan. Can't give yourself a nickname. 8 pans.
Dad.
He asks, in honor of Katie Cassidy, who is the best dad in Hollywood?
We doing fictional or non-fictional here?
I'm going non-fictional.
Okay.
So are we counting Hollywood meaning like the people that live out there in California, or Hollywood meaning just in general the acting entertainment
General.
industry?
We're going general.
Okay, because I'm about to say nobody that lives in Hollywood is probably a good dad.
Kevin Smith?
Yeah, I don't think he's a good dad.
Okay. He made his... that's torture, the movies that he made her, the daughter, star in. Maybe Kevin Bacon. I like Kevin Bacon as a dad. They own a ranch. They don't live in Hollywood.
Yeah, those are the best. Yeah, those that are raising their kids away from...
John Bon Jovi. And before he say he was in Hollywood.
God, he acted in 2 movies.
Vampires.
I wouldn't call him a Hollywood dad.
He didn't let any of his kids get pictures taken in paparazzi. He made a deal with them that he would stand for any pictures of himself and his wife, but don't take pictures of my kids.
Well, the paparazzi don't care. Paparazzi's the whole job is to get pictures of you that you aren't giving them.
Correct.
If you're just standing there going, "Hi, take a picture of me,"
I got
they
my
don't
Taco
want
Bell.
that.
So I'm going Kevin Bacon and John Bon Jovi.
I am going James Spears.
Who's that?
Britney Spears' father.
Yes.
Oh,
Because as soon as that conservatorship got let up, all the nudie pictures that she started releasing of herself across numerous social media platforms. And when her dad was in charge, she wasn't doing that.
oh. I don't think she had access to money, though, either.
Well, she's also, like, batshit crazy.
In theory,
No, 100% she is.
free Britney. I'll be honest, I have no idea what's really going on with that, because every time it comes on the news, I just switch it. I can't. I don't care. Okay, so that's
I
your
didn't
pick?
even know the conservatorship was revoked. Or
Which is odd, because you're on it.
yeah, because I've been following the Britney story so hard.
So hard. Brian?
I'll say The Rock.
Oh, The Rock is a good one.
He seems like a pretty cool dad. Like, he does share a fair amount of stuff that he does with his kids, and he seems like he's pretty cool.
And he didn't prolong his marriage when he got famous. He just dumped his wife right away.
That's how you do it.
Well, obviously, right as he got Scorpion King money, he got out.
See, once this podcast takes off and we're making millions doing it, how quick are you leaving Jess?
My wife's going to leave me immediately.
She's going to take half.
Yes. We were...
If she leaves you, no, you got to actually make all the money for her first. It'll take a couple of years for her.
It's true.
She won't leave you immediately. She has to wait till the money actually comes in.
We were at I was at my son's soccer tonight, and the parents were talking about the $600 million or whatever lottery that just happened, and somebody won it.
California.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, if I won that, you would never see me again. And one guy's like, is that because your wife would kill you? Yeah, probably. That would probably be it. And take my money and be gone. So, yeah, once my podcast money comes in. as they say on Dateline Murder Mysteries, if anything ever happens to me, make sure you look at my spouse. Why are you with this person? That is not a good thing.
If you go missing and we figure it's her, we're probably going to go to court supporting her.
No. I get that.
Because we're sure you did something wrong.
Probably. Oh, I'm sure I did. Jeff, best dad? Who you got?
I've been kicking it around. I would say 10 years ago, my answer probably would have been Bill Cosby. But that's changed. So I guess I'll have to go Tom Hanks.
Oh, thank God you didn't go Jerry Sandusky.
He's not Hollywood.
I'm sorry.
Well, Bill's out of prison.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Still doesn't mean he's not guilty.
Allegedly. Oh, wait, no. He had pizza the first night he was home. So nice. Him and his wife.
No pudding pops?
You put the retinol in the pudding pops, and then you go to sleep.
I will
Bitch.
say the prosecutors done fucked up, and it actually was the proper ruling.
Oh, yeah. That they rolled it was. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a scumball, but...
What else we got here, Jim?
Next we have from... Nick. Oh, Brian.
Give it to me.
Jefferoni. How can we combat the rise in authoritarianism in the world? Or even an unofficial dictatorship like Russia? And when is the last time you got off sexually? Hashtag I miss us.
Dust.
That is a fantastic segue right there.
All right. The way we can combat the rise in I can't even say the word. Jason, how do you say that?
Authoritarianism?
Yes, thank you. Okay.
Dust.
The way to combat that is to just give me all the power so I can make all the decisions.
Isn't that the
Nope.
definition of authoritarianism?
Nope, because I know better than everybody else. The last time I got off sexually.
What?
Oh, it's part of the question.
Okay.
No.
Didn't you listen to me, or are you too busy going,
Hey. Stardust, you get out of here.
I'll say the last time I talked to Nick.
ooh.
Hashtag I miss us too.
Please stop.
Okay, next we
Are you
have...
feeling a little uncomfortable?
I'm very uncomfortable over here. No lie.
You know what,
Next.
Brian? I'll stop because you said so.
Thank you.
We have from Po Boys Podcast.
Hell yeah.
What's your favorite dirty sex act from the Urban Dictionary? And his is the hot lunch.
No. I looked it up. No.
What's a hot lunch, Jason?
Oh, God, no. No.
You looked it up. What's a hot lunch?
Nope.
What's a hot lunch?
Nope. It involves defecating, and I can't.
No shit.
No.
No, there is.
Is it better or
There
worse
is.
than,
Shit.
is it better or worse than a Cleveland steamer?
I'm not. I can't. In good conscience, I can't not talk about this. No.
Okay, then what's yours? What's your favorite?
I'm looking up them. Sorry.
His favorite's the rusty trombone.
What? No, not the rusty trombone. Go ahead, Jim. What's yours?
I don't know if it's going to be the angry dolphin or the pink sock.
I don't even want to know.
Kind of like,
Now, are you saying this is your favorite one to perform, or just the one that you're most amused by?
Pretty much what I'm most amused
Oh,
by.
okay.
but he didn't say the other. I like the spicy gringo act of stuffing a woman's rear end with the volcano taco from Taco Bell and then eating. Oh my God!
No, don't do that.
No.
Brian?
The Italian foot bone.
Oh, okay.
Is that what I think it is? Foot go. Never mind.
You'll have to look it up.
Okay.
You'll have to do your own homework on this one.
I guess I always was amused by the Angry Pirate?
When you kick him in the shin?
Yeah.
Coming around and kicking her in the shin?
Oh, my God. We've hit a new low. Thanks, Po Boys, for that one.
Yeah, that was a rough couple of questions back to back there.
Woo!
And now we get something from Kevin.
We get from Kevin at Cincy Explorer. October to December is stacked with highly anticipated films. Which ones are you most excited for?
Let's see.
Well, this week's new release is I'm excited for.
What's
Bond.
No Time to Die.
That's a good one.
Dune.
Is that this month?
October, yeah.
Is it?
October through December.
Through December. I mean, he gave us 3 months worth.
Oh, okay.
A quarter year here. What's the next Marvel? Is it the Eternals?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of intrigued by it.
I think it looks bad. I mean, I'll still see it, but...
They're bringing in the Black Knight.
Yeah, I do like the Black Knight. That's Kit Harington, isn't it?
Yes.
I think that... I like the Black Knight. I liked him in West Coast Avengers. Spider-Man comes out this year. I'm interested in that. I'm scared that it could be a colossal mess of a film because there's so many characters in it. I'm actually, well, I know no one else is, but I'm looking forward to Halloween. The new Halloween film comes out October 15th on Peacock, so I don't even have to go to the theaters. It's awesome.
What's the point of a horror movie where you're not in a big, dark theater?
I like watching them at
Sitting
home.
on your couch with all the lights on.
No, we turn lights off for movies.
Phones on.
No.
And,
I'm also excited about, at the end of the month, taking my oldest son to see, what is it? Is it Wolfman and Creature from Black Lagoon in the theaters. They're doing back-to-back showings. Oh, no, it's Invisible Man and the Creature from Black Lagoon. So I'm going to try to get him on those because I love those old ones. So we'll see.
When's the new Ghostbusters supposed to come out?
November 19th.
Did they? Oh, okay.
That'll be on my list. I kind of want to see it.
I think it looks decent. I'll go with you to see that, Jeff.
Matrix 4. December 22nd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although
The King's
preview looked good.
The King's Man, December 22nd.
That's the original, isn't
That's
it?
the prequel to the Kingsman movies.
I never saw the second one.
No, neither have I.
It's good.
It's on HBO Max, too.
Yes. The Boss Baby Family Business.
That already came out.
Oh, in UK, it's October 22nd.
In the UK. I'm sorry, UK.
Yeah, we feel so bad.
I'm
for
the
you.
boss, baby, baby, boss, baby.
Don't ever do that. Again.
Stop it.
My youngest does that. Anything else coming out?
Army of Thieves, Last Night in Soho. Well, how about Red Notice? Because they sponsored the Bengals game this week.
Netflix and Red Notice were sponsoring the Bengals Jaguars game on Thursday night.
Oh, good for them. Good for them.
The Bengals and Jaguars are brought to you by Red Notice.
Go see that. It's a better game. It's more entertaining.
That was a very good football game.
So was this also the Ring of Honor game? Or?
Yes, it was.
Yes, it was.
How was the Ring of Honor ceremonies?
It was halftime. It was.
I mean, it was quick, and most of all the stuff that they did was pre-game. Like, they had the big party and celebration and all that. It was just calling out their name and giving them their jacket at halftime.
They also had a frisbee catching dog, too, Jeff.
No, they didn't. They didn't have the monkey riding the dog and the guy trying to tell everybody to pray to God and them turning his microphone off.
Yeah, they didn't. That guy is probably never allowed back.
Did they have Up with People?
No.
Oh.
I did see Captain America before the game. He's a lot shorter in person than
Really?
Yeah,
Did he have the formula? It might have been before the formula.
maybe. I don't know, but he was just right on 3rd Street, just hanging out
Oh.
for the game.
Did you get a picture with him?
I tried, but he seemed like he was doing America stuff. So
No.
I was surprised on how much the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles liked gangster rap.
yeah, they love DMX.
Yes.
Is there a lot of, like, dressed up people around the stadium?
Yes.
Yes.
Really?
You haven't been down to a game recently, have you?
No.
Black Panther's there a lot.
Do they charge for the pictures? Kind of like New York, the New York's.
Well, they have a bucket.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, bucket.
Okay.
And I tried to take some, and Hawk did not think that was very amusing.
He turned on Loki.
I have to ask Jim, Are you going to go down and hang out with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with your robe?
Oh.
Oh, I wonder how much money I can get.
You can be part of them.
I also came up with my Halloween costume this week.
That will be.
I am going to dress up as a panhandler, and my sign is going to read, "The McRib is back. Anything helps."
I love it.
Is the McRib back?
No.
November. November. I thought you were going to say, need money for a mystery box. Please help. You should do that around the Expo, like outside the Expo next year. September 23rd through 25th. Get your tickets to Cincinnati Comic Expo in February. Hobie will be there in some form or another. We will be there. Yay! And we don't know anyone else.
I hope the cinema guys.
Cinema guys
join
are
us.
there. Yes, they're going to be there too. Don't know anyone else though. So September 23rd through 25th. September.
There is early rumors that Jodie Benson will be there.
Yes. Early rumors, Katie Cassidy will not. So September 23rd
I
through
heard
25th.
rumors LeVar Burton might be there.
Oh, okay. Heard rumors that...
No definite or anything. Just a rumor that I started 2 seconds ago.
I heard rumors that Brad Pitt will be there. He'll be eating something. So, just let you know.
What about the Wolfstadt twins or whatever the name is? Are they going to be there?
Moving on, we got Cousin Pam next, Jim. What do we got?
Oh, from Cousin Pam, she asks, has anyone watched La Brea?
I have not.
I have not.
I have not.
I have.
What do you think there, Jason?
Is it as bad as it looked from the ads?
It's a network TV show, and it looks like a network TV show. Like they're trying to make it like a mystery.
Yeah.
Basically, they're in an alternate universe. It looks like of L.A.
And then like they had the giant sinkhole or whatever.
They had a giant sinkhole.
Plummets,
People fall into it. The one husband or the one lady that falls in, her soon-to-be ex-husband is a pilot or was a pilot until he got drunk and
But he knows how to fly him out of the pit.
He's having visions. Oh, he was in Iraq. That's what it was, and he had visions of this place, and it turns out that it's probably La Brea. So he's getting he goes to the government and says, "I know where they're at," and because my visions, because that makes sense.
It's sounding worse than I thought.
Yeah, and so they're going to send him in to get them back because that's what the previews are for the next couple weeks. The positive is that the girlfriend who was the chef in The Unicorn that was dating the main star, she's the main star of this.
That's the positive.
Yeah, that's positive.
That's also Winona from Justified.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, really?
What's her name?
Natalie Zaya.
Isaiah.
Dr. Zayas. So
She's pretty tasty.
Yes.
she falls in with her son, and somehow he gets bitten by a wolf in there
I fell into the pit.
and got
We
bit
all
by a
fell
wolf.
into the pit.
Could you add a wolf in there?
That's not how the song goes.
Well, this song does with the La Brea.
Well, I'm singing the Mouse Rat version.
I'll be honest, that's probably better than La Brea. And somehow they come upon Doctor and they got to go to the ambulance. And now when they're at the ambulance, I think a saber-toothed tiger is there. I don't know.
Is that one episode in?
Yes.
So are you going to give it 3 episodes?
I have to give it 3 episodes. I have to. And just for Besotted Geek, I will also be watching Ghosts this week for him because he said it looks really, really bad. So I said, challenge accepted. Let me watch this.
The television show?
Television show Ghosts.
Yeah.
I'll watch it. Again, you have the Viking and
It's a sitcom.
the Boy Scout with the arrow through his neck, and yeah.
Oh,
The people move into the house. They can. The one lady can see the ghost. So La Brea, it's not good. And do you understand? Like, I don't know if I can explain, but it looks like a network sci-fi show. If that makes sense. Like,
Does it look like a sci-fi channel sci-fi show?
no, the graphics aren't horrible. I mean, it's not that. It's not as bad as Solomon Grundy on Stargirl last
So
week.
do you feel it's better or worse than, what was that, Revolution? Was that the name of that one?
It
Where all the power
had
went
promise. It had promise.
It had promise, but like you said, was a network sci-fi show
Yeah.
that, like I said, I gave up on that one as soon as we watched the episode that we were in the exact same spot at the end of the episode that we were in. Oh no, the train! Oh, we have to go here, and now we're back. And we're like, so this episode was worthless. This is worse than filler.
That was pretty much, yeah. Revolution had really good promise.
And that episode, probably about 7th episode.
I was going to say.
I'm like, I'm done.
I think they did 2 seasons of that.
They might have.
No movie, though.
I stopped when, an entire episode and they didn't move the plot forward one iota.
Was Revolution better than The Cape?
No. I watched every episode they broadcast of The Cape.
5?
Was it that many?
I don't know.
I know I watched it.
That was back in the early years of us like, well, there's a superhero show on. I guess we'll watch. I guess. Nothing else is, no other superheroes shows are on. And then we kept making fun of Arrow.
Keith David was in it. So
He was.
It couldn't have been bad.
And we
Summer
kept saying,
Glau was in it.
and we're like, oh, Arrow's coming, I guess. Well, maybe that will be okay.
And Arrow was okay until Brian watched it and told us it sucked.
Don't do it.
I think I'm going to go back and watch it all.
Don't.
I'm sorry.
Gave up on Wildcat.
Okay, from Professor Number 1 at Dr. Number 1. Besides me, what was the creepiest thing you saw at the Expo?
The people.
No.
No, there were people there.
Oh, okay. Not all people, just a few, you mean.
Some people there
Okay.
were creepy.
That's the thing is I didn't see the guy who asked questions to Katie Cassidy.
Yes, he was creepy.
I
That
did.
was the creepiest thing I heard.
Mm-hmm.
The creepiest thing I saw, I guess, would be the same 5 guys waiting outside in line an hour before a certain
Band.
band of twins played the harp. Every day before their concerts. They played all 3 days, and these same guys were there an hour before the show.
Hey, they're big fans.
They were big.
And they were fans. Creepiest thing I saw was this gummy bears mask that Jim bought me.
That is creepy. If you look at my Twitter page, you see a picture of Jason wearing it.
Hi, Brian. Gummy bears.
I swear to God, the only reason that mask was invented was for bank robbers and kidnappers.
100%.
It does kind of look like the mask from the Joker wore in Dark Knight.
It does. Painted up as a clown face.
Worse. Yeah.
You know how I got these scars? It's really hot, too.
Because it's made from the same material that gummy bears are made from.
They actually
You
killed...
could actually eat that.
No,
made from real gummy bears. 600 of them.
that's actually a real gummy bear face. They peeled off.
They peel it off like pudding skin? Is that how that goes?
Made in Hosuzhou, Guangdong, China.
Oh, that has the China virus.
Manufactured in April and June of 2020. Ah! Get that out.
How did it get here so fast?
It was April and June of 2020. It wasn't too bad. It's the stuff manufactured at the end of 2019.
2019.
Allegedly.
We're not saying China virus. We're just saying that to be funny. We're not.
Yes, I'm not that
No one
racist.
It's not an insult. We're just joking around.
We're making fun of people who call it the China virus.
On the positive today, I'm getting a bottle of Patron on February 1st. One of the parents at soccer was going on, and not to get political, I don't care what side you're on, that he swore to me and another parent that Donald Trump's going to be president again on February 1st, 2022. And he said, I'll bet you a bottle of Weller. And I was like, I don't like that. How about Patron? Okay, so we bet. And I said, you do realize that even because there's 3 states that the election's going to be fraudulent in. And I said, well, you do realize if they're fraudulent, he still doesn't get in. Like it goes, like Biden would be out, but vice president would be next, and the secession. And he's like, no, Trump would be in. I was like, okay, do you want to take this bet? And he's like, yeah. I was like, okay, so February 1st, if you guys want to come over, we'll have a bottle of Patron waiting for us.
I know plenty of guys I know who come into the bar will come up and drink with you.
Okay.
Send them all over.
No. I'll meet you at the bar. I'll bring it to the bar.
And
You're not allowed to bring any of
your own alcohol to
Yeah.
a bar, Jason.
Fine, you can bring drugs in, but not alcohol.
no,
Fine.
I
supposed
kick
to be bringing
I kick
drugs
people
in
out
either.
for that too.
What about guns?
Nope,
You're taking our guns, Jim.
I'm not taking them. I'm just saying you can't bring them into the bar.
How about Nerf guns?
Well, you'll probably get expelled from school for it.
Oh, dang it. No, I don't care what side you're on. It's just like,
What about
legally,
finger
that's not
guns?
how it works.
You're definitely getting expelled.
Like, even if it is fraudulent, that's legally not how it works. So, I don't care if you want Trump in the office or not.
Down the hall.
I'm just saying. So, I got a bottle of Patron coming to me. I don't think I've had a bottle of Patron in years, so it should be good.
No, it's not. It's tequila.
I do like tequila.
Do you?
25-year-old Jason did. I think even 32-year-old Jason did. Not sure about 42-year-old. Jeff, give me some music for News of the Geek. You got that over there.
Let me see if I have that. It's time for another installment of the News of the Geek.
Per iHeart, where Jim gets all of his news from.
No, that is
South Park.
South Park,
Oh, I'm sorry.
where the intern gets all his news from.
Sorry. Dwayne Dog the Bounty Hunter Chapman may have a possible ulterior motive for his involvement in the search for Brian Laundrie.
What?
I'm shocked.
No. I mean, he's doing it out of the goodness of his own heart.
Person of interest in Gabby Potato's death. Yeah, I was going to screw that name up.
Potato? Did I just
Potato.
Gabby Potato?
Petito, who the bounty hunter claims is still alive and he's closing in on. Not Gabby, but Brian. I'm trying to do a serious article here.
Yes, I'm Alvia Potato.
Is this a potato farm?
Variety.com reports Think Factory Media is shopping a new series starring Chapman amid his recent insertion into the nationally publicized search for Laundrie. Chapman famously starred in A&E's... Here we go. Get ready for all those shows that he's in. Chapman starred in A&E's Dog the Bounty Hunter for 8 seasons, as well as the CMT series Dog and Beth on the Hunt, alongside his late wife Beth, for 2 seasons. The couple was also featured in the A&E special Dog and Beth, Fight of Their Lives, which chronicled Beth's cancer diagnosis in 2017. He also most recently starred, here we go, in WGN America series Dogs Most Wanted, which aired in fall 2019, while another series, Dogs Unleashed, was scheduled to air on the streaming service Unleashed TV before being scrapped. I don't know if the series was scrapped or Unleashed TV was scrapped, but one of them was.
Yes.
There you go. Who's buying streaming service Unleashed TV, right? Think Factory's latest pitch involves the bounty hunter... reported to chronicle Chapman's day-to-day life and exploits, which would likely include his recent involvement in search for Laundrie. I'm shocked that he has ulterior motives. I really am. September 29th, sources with knowledge of the situation told TMZ Chapman is moving toward a remote site where Laundrie was believed to be hiding.
He was just seen in Ohio.
I did see that Brian Laundrie.
Yes.
By 2 guys.
2 guys, yeah.
Yeah,
Saw
at a
him,
hotel.
Yeah. But he was also, right around the same time, seen hitchhiking to California asking for directions.
In North Carolina, he was in. They said it was along the same route, so it could have been. I'm not reading the rest of this. Basically, Dog Bounty Hunter has not seen this guy. He's saying he did, but no. Additionally, Fox News obtained a police dispatch audio of Laundrie's mother, Roberta, calling the police on Chapman, who was spotted banging on the door of their home where Laundrie and Petito lived on September 25th. So, yeah. I got this bounty hunter outside my door. Can you come get him? I'm sorry, who are you? Oh, no, I can't come. Sorry. So, Dog's on the fight. You know, I trust Dog above the FBI right now. I think Dog's going to find him. Really do.
I gotta say, Pete Davidson's portrayal of Dog the Bounty Hunter on Saturday Night Live this week was fantastic.
Oh, I missed
Great.
it.
Yes.
The skit was they were doing a school board meeting where they're taking people, talking to parents and
With
people
concerns about the
COVID
mandate, or
mandates.
like their masking.
mask and vaccine mandates, and everybody cutting him up was talking about something not related. And Pete Davidson came as Dog the Bounty Hunter, asking if anybody had any clue, because he doesn't.
Good old Dog's on the case, though.
Hey,
Did you like the Weekend Update when they interviewed the black woman missing for 10 years?
yes,
Oh my God.
that was very on the nose.
Look at this picture.
Yeah, it was very good. Owen Wilson, not a great host, but although I will say that the Cars 4 skit was great.
Yes.
Where they had him reading, like, they brought him in for dialogue, and it was all about, like, he was, like, hitting on one of the other cars' daughter or something. Like, it was...
He used the R word.
For tow mater.
It means rust. Oh, yeah, you're a rusty bucket. Oh, come on, I can't read this.
Yeah. And then, like, they get through it, and then, like, they walk in, they're like, all right, Owen, if you don't want to do this, you don't have to, but here's your contract. And he looks at it, and he's like, is this just for this film? And he's like, yep. And he's like, all right, let's go.
Let's see here. Moving on to... Oh, Blake's not here. This is a good article for him. Per IO9, Andy Serkis played Supreme Leader Snook in Star Wars.
Nope.
Not Snooky.
In Star Wars The Force Awakens, and later got the chance to... Got to expand on the villain in Rian Johnson's The Last Jedi. Fortunately, the filmmaker failed to address any of the unanswered questions left by J.J. Abrams. And the rise of Skywalker quickly and
unsatisfyingly
confirmed that Snook was just a clone being used by Emperor Palpatine.
Snoke.
Yeah.
There's only one O in that.
Snook. During a recent interview with IO9, the actor weighed in on how he felt to say goodbye to the character. Quote, I was devastated when I read the script because it was all going so well. I was like, man, this is a boss character. I'm going to love playing. What? You're kidding me? What? I was like, okay, is it a good idea? I suppose it is. I was slightly mortified, pardon the pun. Oh my God, that was a horrible quote.
I mean...
Thank you, IO9.
Yeah, he's not gonna just give away the best quotes. Like it's IO9. Like, you're gonna get like the worst quote out there.
You're going to get IO9 quotes.
Yeah, like TMZ, Hollywood Reporter, Deadline. All right.
I'm sorry.
Even Colander.
Yeah, everybody loves Colander.
Colander.
Quote, it was all in the right, I think, he added, referring to Snook's demise, furthering the stories of Rey and Kylo Ren. I love playing the character, and I love the face-off scene between Kylo Ren and Rey. It was so great. Lucasfilm, they said, dropped the ball with Snoke in a big way, and there's no design that more could have been done with him. Really?
This isn't an article. This is an editorial.
It is. Thanks, IO9. When we spoke to Serkis earlier this year, we asked if he was ever made of Supreme Leader Snook's true identity as a vessel.
It's Snoke. Okay, I think we should go to box office news. Otherwise, Jason's just going to continue to...
I'm saying Snook, and how do you say it?
Snoke.
Snoke. That's what I'm saying.
You're saying Snook.
Snook.
Snoke.
Snoke.
Like rhymes with smoke?
Snoke. Smoke. Snoke.
Yes.
This episode of Speech Lessons is sponsored by Jim. I'm not trying to,
You're not trying. Yes, we know that you're not trying. We get that. Try a little bit. That's all we're asking.
Gold dust. Fuck it. Box office news. What do you got, Jeff?
There really wasn't anything good in that article anyway.
Fuck that. I put it in just for Blake, and he's not even here.
The box office news report for October 1st, 2021 through October 3rd, 2021. We have number one at the box office, Venom, Let There Be Carnage. It made $90 million in its opening weekend on its $110 million budget.
Exceeded expectations. They were expecting $60 million. So.
I'm surprised they were expecting that much.
The
box office says movies aren't quite back to where they were yet.
And it's Venom.
Yeah, and it's Venom.
I mean,
Addams Family 2 came in second with $18 million in its opening weekend of a $25 million budget.
Not as good as the $30 million the original made.
Well, that's pretty good considering it's also available streaming.
Yes, video on demand. You still have to pay for it.
Oh, it's on demand?
Yeah, you have to pay for it.
But still.
No, I agree.
Still streaming, isn't it?
Yep.
So they're not going to the box office. They're just on their couch.
Let's go to the box office.
Coming in third, Shang-Chi made another $6 million. Total of $206 million on a $150 million budget.
It was a success.
Success.
Did you see it yet?
I have not. I need to
Really?
get out to see it. Really?
God.
Truthfully. I need to get out to see it.
It's a good film.
The Many Saints of Newark made $5 million in its opening weekend on its $50 million budget.
Brian says that will not make its budget back.
Well, again, it's also on streaming.
HBO Max.
Yep. HBO Max. There you go. Yep. And Dear Evan Hansen made another $2.5 million, a total of 12 on a $27 million budget.
That's going to struggle to get its money back.
Yes. Yes, it is.
This isn't one I think is going to do well overseas either.
No.
Upcoming October 8th of 2021, we have No Time to Die.
Bond has left active service and is enjoying a tranquil life in Jamaica. His peace is short-lived when his old friend Felix Leiter from the CIA turns up asking for help. The mission to rescue a kidnapped scientist turns out to be far more treacherous than expected, leading Bond onto the trail of a mysterious villain armed with dangerous new technology.
So the plot of every other Bond film for the last 20 years?
Pretty much, but I'm assuming it's got Jeffrey Wright in it, so he's cool.
Oh, that's true. New Commissioner Gordon.
Is he?
Mm-hmm. In Batman.
The Batman?
The Batman. I am the Batman. How many scientists has Bond actually saved over these years? He saved a lot. Feels like he saved a lot.
About every other movie he's saving scientists.
Dr. Christmas. Christmas does come more than once a year or twice a year.
But Daniel Craig rematched up with Ana de Armas.
Oh, that's right. She was in this one. I do remember that now, when it was supposed to be out 2 years ago.
Yep. Rami Malek. Leah Seydoux. Lashana Lynch. Ralph Fiennes. Ben Quinn.
Rafe Fiennes. You're sounding like Jason over there.
It's Ralph, okay? You're in America.
Ben Whishaw. Naomi Harris.
Naomi Harris, isn't it?
Naomi Harris?
Yeah.
She's been
Moneypenny.
Yeah, she's been in the...
Oh, she is Moneypenny. Okay, yep.
Jeffrey Wright.
Commissioner Gordon. He could be a good Commissioner Gordon.
I can see that.
Christoph Waltz.
But Jeff...
Christoph Waltz is back, huh?
That's a bingo.
Blofeld is back.
But Jeffrey Wright's black, and Commissioner Gordon was white in the 1960s comic books when they created him. Come on!
Oh. Yeah.
That's not right.
I'd rather have a good actor play him than
But it's
some
not
white guy.
What about the 1960s? You're away from the origin. Oh, wait. Yeah. Also, the Riddler isn't a serial killer like he is in the Batman. So get over that too, fanboys. Okay? That can change, so can this.
The Riddler's a serial killer in the Batman? Oh, man, I can't get over that.
I know. He doesn't even wear a green suit.
The Joker never really tells jokes either. I'm just saying.
The Riddler should be a serial killer.
Yeah,
If you look at the character,
Yes.
he's going to leave clues and everything. The only people that does that is serial killers.
That trailer, that's dark.
So you're saying I need to watch the trailer?
Yes. It's on our Facebook page at the History of Bad
I'll
Ideas.
have to look for that.
It is really dark.
If
Can I
Facebook is working.
can I access it right now?
The
Facebook page?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Ours, you can. We use our own algorithm, so you're fine.
We have our own servers.
I said algorithm really good, but I can't say Snooki.
You said algorithm fine, although it doesn't work in the context of
No,
which you
it
were
doesn't.
saying it, but
You know what, Jeff?
you got the pronunciation right.
I'm just
The wrong word.
I'm going to be Tara Reid. I'm just going to say big words. Doesn't matter if I use them. Nova Scotia, Newfoundland.
Newfoundland.
That was the worst when she's like, "Oh yeah," and I got to play a scientist, and he made me say big words, and and she calls Newfoundland Newfoundland, which was pretty bad. Unless they were in the town in New Jersey, I think.
I don't think they were. So
Okay.
she was an archaeologist in Alone in the Dark.
That was the big word. I had to say archaeologist.
Because I saw that Entertainment Tonight interview, then we previewed that movie that night. It was a horrible film. And Jeff and I were like, okay, I think Jim was there too. We're like, okay, she said that she had to learn big words. Let's find these big words in the script. Literally, archaeologist and Newfoundland were the two words that she had that were more than 2 syllables. We're like,
Is she still boycotting our show?
Yes. Good news is the right breast will be here, but not the left breast. So
That's the good one, right?
yes.
Okay.
Yes. No, Tara won't come on our show.
I'm a little disappointed that we didn't preview Bruce Willis's new movie that's also coming out this week called Survive the Game.
I saw that before when it was called Surviving the Game, and also No Escape, and also the Steve Austin one.
It's Bruce Willis and Chad Michael Murray.
Chad Michael Murray.
Is Frank Grillo in it?
He is not. He's stepped up now. He's in the big time.
Frank Grillo, I got my own production company. You saw my film that came out this year? Made $8 in a Pez. Yeah.
Okay, Survive the Game. A man's life on his farm is interrupted when a cop and a pair of dangerous criminals show up.
They show up together? Hi, I'm Officer Johnson. This is a pair of dangerous criminals with me.
I love that
This
Seinfeld
is what Donna
episode.
D'Erico is doing these days.
She's in Bruce Willis movies.
Mm-hmm.
And Frank Grillo, right?
No.
She's in Frank Grillo?
Oh! I make movies. I don't like Marvel. Marvel made me a lot of money, but I don't like them. So I'm making production films. I got my own production company. Come see my next one. It's called Crap. I'm Frank Grillo. I approve this message.
I do not approve that message because you don't know what you're talking about.
I'm Frank Grillo. I know what I'm talking about.
You don't.
I'm Frank Grillo. I don't like being Crossbones. I don't like being part of a successful film franchise. They shoehorn me. They pigeonholed me.
I'd imagine if he didn't like it, he probably wouldn't have been in What If.
Me and the guy from spoilers. Me and the guy me and the professor from Gilligan's Isle. Yeah, we can't get any other shows because of that. Everybody thinks of me as Crossbones. Everybody thinks of him as a professor.
Russell
Bullshit.
Johnson can't get any more roles because he's dead.
Oh, sure, use that as an excuse why he can't get any more roles. It's because everybody thinks he's the professor. Bullshit. Get over here, Burt Ward. Anyways.
For a guy that can't get any work, he's got 10 movies coming out.
In production?
In production
Yeah.
or post-production.
They're all made by Frank Grillo Productions. Yay!
That's not even the name of the production company.
It's called Grillo Productions.
No, it's not.
I think I know because I'm Frank Grillo.
No, you don't know what you're talking about.
I know I'm talking about Frank.
Jason, playing Frank Grillo, does not know what he's talking about.
Are you saying that when Jason does an impersonation of somebody, he's normally wrong?
Yes.
I can't. I'm done.
So are you saying when Jason does Megan, that's not actually how Megan would talk or act?
I'm Megan. Slap. I was done with Megan. Thank
We've
you.
all been done with Megan.
I'm Michael Caine. Can I be in your show, Frank Grillo? Sure you can. Who are you, though? Are you typecast as somebody? Oh, you're Alfred. I can't use you. You were in a DC film. Yeah. Frank Grillo. Prove this message.
Well, I think it's time to go to our top five. Jeff, give us a beat or give us a song for top five. Top five.
With Frank Grillo.
Okay, so this week's top five is going to be the top five favorite quote unquote B movies.
Not the B movie from Jerry Seinfeld. This is the
I had
actual...
that-
I can't put that on my list.
I had that 5 times.
Damn it. Have you watched it?
It's not good.
It's not good. It's not
Barry
good.
B. Benson, was that his character's name?
Hey, look, it's a movie about a bee that sues the honey company. That's going to get people in the seats. Okay.
Kids love that stuff.
Yeah. Jim, what do you got for number 5?
My number 5, I'm going to go with a fun movie that we saw in the 80s that I think only my family knows about. It's Pandemonium.
Yeah, I know about that one.
Well, you're his family, so I hope you do. Who's that with?
I have no idea who's in it.
Let's see, Carol Kane is in it.
Comedian?
Yes.
Carol
yes.
Kane? Okay. Make sure that's right.
Tommy Smothers is in it. Paul Rubens is in it.
Wait, was she Mandy Candy or...
She was the witch. Which one was the witch? Sandy?
Who played Glenn?
Frank Grillo.
Oh, Glenn was but the Judge Reinhold.
Judge Reinhold, okay.
Oh, Judge Reinhold. What is this about?
It's a
cheerleading
camp where they start getting killed off.
Oh.
And they're like, okay, who's here? And they're like, oh, it's Mandy, Andy, Randy, Candy, and Glenn. Glenn Dandy.
Oh.
I'm intrigued to watch this now.
It had the all-you-can-eat special for like $5, and they brought this all-you-can-eat burgers for $5, and they brought this big plate of burgers over. The guy took a bite, he pulled out a hand, he goes, all right, that's all you can eat for $5.
So it's a comedy, but also a horror movie too. Like
It's a horror comedy.
It's a horror
Okay.
spoof.
Is it bad?
It was amusing, but it's pretty bad.
Okay. Brian, what's your number 5?
B movie.
All right.
Get the fuck out.
The one you said he couldn't even use, but he used it anyway.
Have you ever seen the B movie?
Yeah, I like Jerry Seinfeld.
I just like your here. Yeah, I like Jerry Seinfeld.
Not there's anything wrong with that.
No. Nope. Jeff?
Well, let's see, my number 5. That would be Bad Santa.
Are you just picking movies that start with the letter B?
Yep.
Okay.
I think that's what a couple people did here, Jason. What's your number 5?
I don't like any of you. I will go back to Frank Grillo.
Well, that's what B in quotation marks means.
No, B movies. Fuck you all.
That would be B dash movies. You put B in quotation mark movies.
You wonder why. Never mind. Fuck it.
I don't wonder why.
No.
I know why.
My number 5 is They Live with Rowdy Piper. I think Keith David's in that too, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
About the aliens, they only can see them when they put the glasses on. Love They Live.
Is that the one with the bubble gum?
Yes.
I'm here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum.
Number 4 for me is Euro Trip. I feel like that. I went back and forth if that was a B-type movie. I kind of felt like it was.
It's a cult movie. It's a cult classic now. I have some of those on mine, too.
I like Euro Trip a lot. It's humorous.
Worst twins ever.
They are the worst twins ever. Jeff, what's your number 4?
My number 4 is Bring It On.
Those aren't Spirit Fingers.
These are Spirit Fingers.
I feel like we've said that many times over this past weekend. Great film.
This is not a democracy, it's a cheerocracy.
Which Bring It On? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So it's one. Why?
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry, I'm coughing on air.
Would that be? I'll answer. Elijah Dushku?
Yes.
Okay. Brian, what's your number 4?
There will be blood.
Brian, you used to be one of my favorite people on the show. Used to be.
Sweet, I'm moving up.
Blake's still number 1. Go ahead, Jim.
My number 4 will be another movie that I think only my family ever saw because no one else knows about it. Is Scavenger Hunt.
Oh, that was a great movie. I know that one.
What the hell is Scavenger Hunt?
It was a big scavenger hunt. They had to go find a bunch of things. A guy died, and so he left his inheritance to people to win.
Whoever won the Scavenger Hunt.
Oh, okay. Those are kind of fun movies.
Had a lot of stars of the 70s and early 80s.
Willie Ames.
Willie Ames and Dirk Benedict. Arnold Schwarzenegger was in the movie.
Scatman Carruthers.
Scatman Carruthers. That
Oh,
was great.
so no
Richard
Smash Mouth like in
Mulligan,
Rat Race.
Richard Benjamin, Cloris Leachman.
What wasn't she in the
Richard
70s?
Mauser.
You killed Montclair.
What's your number 3, Jim?
Tony Randall. Tony Randall was in it.
My number 3, I am going to go with Titan AE.
Oh,
I don't know if it's a B movie, but it's a cartoon that no one ever watched, ever saw.
I love Tiny. We're going to call this Planet Bob. Mm-hmm. Great film. Matt Damon. Creed soundtrack. That cop held it back. Never thought I would be so happy to hear Creed. That's a good film. I love Titan A. Brian, what's your number 3?
Number 3, Beetlejuice.
I'm making a mockery of this.
How? I followed the directions.
He's doing B movies.
Frank Grillo.
Remember when Randall did side dishes?
That was a good top 5.
Oh man, maybe I should change mine. I don't want to steal one that could potentially.
Well, what's your number 3?
Be on Brian's list there.
What's your number 3?
I have Being John Malkovich.
I do not have that one. It was not on the board.
My number 3 is the king of B movies, Mystery Science Theater 3000, the movie that make fun of B movies. Mm-hmm. There's 2 Woodies in this scene. Let's see. Great show too. If you have it on VHS, like I do, it's worth a couple $100. The VHS version of it.
Ooh.
Number 2 for me is quite possibly one of the best B movies out there. Tremors. Kevin Bacon, Fred Ward.
I would call that an A movie.
Really?
You got Kevin Bacon in it.
Well, that's true, but it was a B movie. I love Tremors. Remember again that not knowing what it was about and shocked by it. Tremors 3 was on the other day. Not as good.
I think like Tremors 2 and Tremors 3 would probably be B movies, but the first one I think was made by a major studio.
Yeah, but I don't think anybody really knew about it. It was under the radar. I don't know. Low budget.
So was it a low budget though?
Yeah, I'll check. I'm going to check. Go ahead, Jeff. What's your number 2?
Let's see, my number 2 is the original Bad News Bears.
Okay.
None of these remakes or sequels. Those were all terrible. But the original Bad
What's
News
up,
Bears.
Buttercrud?
He got in a fight with the 5th grade.
Which ones?
The entire 5th grade.
It was Universal Pictures distributed. Production company was No Frills Production and Pacific Western Production.
Ooh, No Frills. That does sound like it might be a B movie.
Yep.
You might have me there.
Budget was $10 million. Made $16 million at the box office.
$10 million in 1980s? 90?
Yeah. I'll check out see how much that
still,
is.
that's not a huge budget. So,
yep.
so it might got me there.
So, Brian, what's your number 2?
Number 2, Bumblebee.
Bumblebee.
I enjoyed that movie for being a Transformers film.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
But it's got B in the title.
It's got John Cena in it. And then you can't really see him in the movie, so it's my favorite.
Can you ever see him in any of his movies? I mean, they keep telling me he's in these movies, but I don't see him. And does it really count? You know, he's got the record for most charity things through Make-A-Wish. Mm-hmm. But if the kids can't see him, does it really count?
Jim, what's your number 2?
My number 2, I'll go with the Happy Madison film, Grandma's Boy.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, my gosh. That is a fantastic movie.
I think you just ruined this episode. Grandma's Boy.
I love that film.
It's so funny.
It has, what's her name in it?
Gloria Swanson.
No. Freaks and Geeks.
Kristen Swanson.
Not Cardellini. Linda.
Linda Cardellini.
Uh-huh.
How'd she get in that movie?
She was hired.
She auditioned.
And it has Brian's former boyfriend.
Nick Swardson.
What's your number 1, Jim?
My number 1, I'll go with Out Cold.
Oh.
I remember the VHS box cover at Blockbuster on their network video, actually. That's a good one.
Network Video. They sponsored my Knothole team.
Ooh. I'm not sure which London. I'm not sure which London it was. It was one of the London brothers.
One of the London. I want to
Paul,
Jason,
the wrestler?
but it's Jason or Jeremy. Come on. Let's get real.
That was Paul.
But it's where I first learned of Zach Galifianakis.
Yes. Okay. Pigpen. Go to the bathroom in this cup. They were doing drug testing. And then everybody else is bringing back their urine samples, and his had a turd in it.
I'll be honest, Jim.
I love that.
I thought you were going to say what is that?
Going Overboard?
Yeah, the one with Adam Sandler.
That movie is so bad.
It is. Let's see here.
I have some honorable mentions, but I'll say that after these guys finish theirs.
Brian, go ahead.
My number 1 is the soon-to-be-released Jason Statham thriller, The Beekeeper.
I'm impressed.
He's got lots of bees there.
Yeah.
I followed directions. I understood the assignment.
Jeff,
I was just funny you didn't have, what's her name, Akilla and the Bee?
I've got honorable mentions,
Oh,
Jeff.
sorry.
Go ahead, Jeff. Number one.
My number one is Babe.
Oh, not Babe 2.
Not Babe 2, Pig in the City. No, just Babe. Not the Babe. Just
Oh, God.
Babe.
My number one, true B movie, quite possibly one of the greatest films ever
Is
made.
there a B in it?
In the one word.
Okay.
Embrace of the Vampire. Alyssa Milano. Greatest acting ever.
How long into the movie?
54 minutes. And then an hour and 3 minutes. So just set your VCRs. But
Yes,
great.
because people watch it through VCRs these days.
What? I think I still have that one. That might be at the Expo for a prize next year. No. Embrace the Vampire. It's one girl's journey from Milan to Minsk, where she has to fight vampires and not be seduced by them as much, and lots of nudity. Anyways, Embrace the Vampire. Go get it now at your local VHS dealer. What? Honorable mentions for anyone else?
Honorable mentions for me. I have what I used to watch on like late night Cinemax. I'll go Emmanuel in Space. Blame It on Rio.
Michael Caine.
Yes.
Michael Caine.
And Hot Dog the movie.
Hot Dog the movie. I remember that video cover too.
Jeff?
I have, let's see, Breaking Away, Birdman, Beauty and the Beast,
He has 408.
Big Fish,
Yeah,
Black
two more.
Panther, Blade Runner, and Batman Begins.
Brian, you got 3.
I got 5.
He's got 5.
Okay, that's fine.
All right, number 5, Slapshot. Number 4, Super Troopers. Number 3, Airborne.
Love Airborne.
Number 2, Green Street Hooligans. Number 1, Boondock Saints.
Jim, hold me back. Hold me back.
Why?
I'm going to jump over this counter.
No, you're not.
You didn't like his...
You didn't take it seriously.
Wait. Is
Jimmy
that,
Randall, he took it seriously.
is that in the contract to be intern? You have to take it seriously?
Yes. Blake had top 5. Any Raymond Harryhausen movie that pops up in the What's On Now view guide.
Huh?
I have no idea. Rocky Horror Picture Show, only live in the theater.
Raymond
Harryhausen.
Harryhausen was a special effects guru of the all the claymation special effects of horror movies from like the 50s are Harryhausen.
Night of the Living Dead. The Evil Dead. This is a good one. Amazon Women on the Moon.
No, it wasn't. Neither was Killer Clowns from Outer Space. That was horrible.
That was not good.
No.
Night of the Comet was good.
I mean, I like Frankenhooker was better than that last one.
Wanna date. Beat you to it, Jeff. Beat you to it. Brian had top 5. He had Toxic Avenger. It's a true B movie. Megaforce. Damnation Alley. The Beastmaster. Oh, yeah.
Mark Singer?
Yeah. And Army of Darkness. That's a good one. I like that one. I don't know if we got any more from Twitter or not. Somebody put this up too late.
Damn it, Blake.
Damn it, Blake. Okay, so
Thank you.
Brian, thanks for your top 10. It's wonderful. It's just so wonderful.
I took it seriously. I did what the paper told me to do.
Anyway, so bad idea of the week. Putting quotations around the top 5 list.
Around the letter B in a top 5 list.
Yes, that would be it.
That's only like what number? Like 17,000.
Yeah, 17,012.
Yeah.
We'll do that. So, yeah, thanks everybody for listening. We'll be back next week. And titles for the show, I had your local VHS dealer, Doing America Stuff, Monkey Riding a Dog, and Up with People.
I had Doing America Stuff, I'm Not Trying, and Brian's former boyfriend.
I had Gabby Potato.
That's it.
We know you're not trying. Please just try a little. 990 cans of soup.
Tie your shoes.
Tie your shoes. And I think that was it.
Anything about anybody's butthole? Anything about Josh Gad?
Frank
You
Grillo.
know, I haven't heard anything about his butthole in a while, so I guess
funny you say that. I'm making a movie with my production company, Frank Grillo Productions, about Josh
it's not
Gad's
even
butt.
the name of the production company.
Sorry, Grillo Production
That's
Company.
not it.
Okay, Grillo,
Frank's production company, my bad.
Grillo Production Company. Is that a name for the show?
Frank's
Yes, because I want Frank Grillo to sue us.
We'll just call it Frank's Production Company.
Frank's
He won't
Production
know.
Company. I like Gabby Potato.
Yeah.
It's funny. You don't think it would be too offensive for people who are like still following the story and her family and all?
Have we really
Cared about that?
cared about that?
Okay, Gabby Potato it is. Send your complaints to Jim at graphicnovice.yahoo.aol.com. And
Look at my MySpace page.
Yep, Tom's there.
Don't forget to Google the Italian foot bone.
Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Walking Dead to Talking Heads, from comic books to TV sets. There's a history, not so bad. There's the history. It's the history of bad, so bad. The history of bad, it's bad. The history of bad ideas. Podcast.
Hey, Jeff.
Oh, yes, Brian.
So I went to the beekeeper to get 12 bees. He counted and gave me 13. And I said, sir, you gave me an extra. He said, no, that's just a freebie.
Oh, was that part of our B movie?
Yeah.
Nice.
Jason cut us off before I could get that out. So
You've been listening to Hobie.